Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on a few more pages in my Deconstructing December album. So right there I was just showing you the kind of first couple pages. I originally didn't have anything on those, so I did kind of a dedication page to Greta. I had printed off a photo of Greta pretty big, and then I didn't end up using it, but I didn't want it to go to waste, so I ended up just kind of like dedicating the entire album to Greta since she did pass away this year. And I also dated that page 2021 to kind of show that I'm going back to document all of these older memories. And then you probably also saw super quick at the beginning, I was kind of showing you that I also covered the album. So I just used some Heidi Swap paper, covered the album, added some washi in the spine just to like keep it secure, and then I used my label maker with like red label tape and wrote December memories. So for this one we're going to be doing like 3 different layouts throughout this video. This first one goes by pretty quickly and also gets kind of cut off at the end, so just forgive me for that. But what I'm basically documenting here is one of the many Christmas parties that we had at our house back in the day. So this party is from 2015. So from like 2014 until maybe like 2017, we had a lot of these like kind of themed parties at our house. I just love doing it. We had a large group that we're still friends with, of course, but at the time we were all really like hanging out together, and it was really fun to get together. Not that it wouldn't be now, but it's just been a while since we've done that. But during those few years, like we got together quite a bit and did a lot of things like as couples and like in groups. So during those maybe like 3 years or 4 years, we had like a Christmas party every year. We also had like a spring fling party. We had Halloween parties. We had all kinds of stuff. We had a Friendsgiving. We were just really into the parties. One of those years I had a big prom themed birthday, and we all kind of dressed up in these like prom dresses, and it was really fun. And then also a couple of my other friends would like throw parties a lot, so we would have New Year's parties. It was just such a great time, and it's a time that I super look fondly on because it was definitely like a few years there in my life where we just all got together a lot. So it was really special memories, of course. And so for this particular one, I didn't have tons and tons of really awesome pictures from this particular party. So I thought what I would do is I would print off one of my favorite ones of me and Will, big. So this is a full-size photo. So whenever I'm printing off these photos for the Heidi Swap storyline chapters, I'm typically printing them off, I'm pretty sure, at like a 7.2 by 9. So the album's roughly like 7 by 9. And so I printed that off. I just round the edges on the outer side to just match the album. And then I just use some of the paper in one of the Heidi Swap storyline, just like I think it's called like a project pad instead of a paper pad. So there's some cardstock in the back. So that's what I used over on the right side. And then I did have a handful of Instax pictures that were taken at that party. So I just kind of went with only documenting me and Will from this particular party. But, these were the main pictures that I wanted to keep. And then I just kept it super simple. It's going to cut off here for some reason. So there you go. But I just kept it really simple with one of those pink fresh titles and some enamel dots and a little label with some journaling, and we called that one done. And I really like the way that one turned out. So then for the second one, we are documenting another party that we had in 2017. So this one was kind of a more casual party, but was one of my favorites. So we did like an ugly sweater Christmas, themed. And we also did Dirty Santa. I think people call that different things, maybe like White Elephant might be one, but we call it Dirty Santa, where like everyone brings a gift and then you steal, you have a number and you pick your gift and then you can steal from other people and stuff. And that one always seems to be fun. I love those with like some gag gifts and some good gifts, and you never know what you're going to get. So those are always really, really fun. So we had a great time at this party, and I had a lot of pictures from this one in particular. So what I decided to do is over here on the left side, I chose some of the Heidi Swapp paper from one of the newer paper pads that I got. I believe this one is from the Color Fresh, I'm pretty sure. So I'm roughly covering that page. So it's like a full sheet of paper. And then I'm just once again rounding the edges. And then I chose 3 pictures of me and Will. And those are the ones that I'm kind of documenting mainly. So I printed those off, I think at like maybe a 2.5 by 3 or something like that. And I kind of just trimmed them down until I thought that they would fit nicely here in a little grouping. And I just kind of put them in a line, and then I'll add a few other little embellishments. And on the opposite side, on the left, or the right side of the page, I thought that I would try to incorporate this little glassine bag to put extra photos. So this is a time where I had a lot of photos from this party, but I didn't want to kind of like oversaturate the layout with just tons and tons of pictures. I wasn't really sure how to document so many photos. So I decided to kind of let this side be more busy. And then the other side, I thought about making a pocket and adding in a lot of extra photos. So you'll see that here pretty soon. So at this point, I just grabbed out a lot of goodies that I have. Here's some awesome little tickets that my friend Christine sent me, which was so sweet, and I love them. I'm totally in love. So I decided that I would use a couple of those that kind of matched the pink and red theme, which I personally love pink and red together. I just think it's really cute. And then I ended up going with this Pink Fresh Studio title. I go with the story of Christmas love, or whatever that first one said. And I love that one too, because it was very pink and red. So I'm loving these Pink Fresh titles. They've really come in handy throughout this album in particular, because I am using the Pink Fresh Holiday Magic Collection in December Daily, but I kind of have a lot of it. I have, the paper pad, and then I also have all of the ephemera. So I grabbed the regular ephemera with like all of the icons and stuff, the title ephemera, and the tag ephemera, plus, the enamel dots and the puffy stickers, and you end up with so much. So I'm really glad that I'm able to use it in this project too, so that I'm able to use some of it up. So that always makes me happy. So here I'm once again using some of the Color Fresh collection from Heidi Swapp. This is one of my favorite collections that she's ever come out with. And I also love this paper in particular, the red and pink with like all the big words on it. I just think it's so cute. And I think it works so well for Christmas, even though it's not Christmas paper. So I did use it in like the previous Deconstructing December video as well. But I really love it, and I'm happy to use it in this album. So I kind of cut a circle out of my pocket to kind of give you so that you could kind of see inside the pocket a little better and grab the photos out. It didn't work out as well as I was hoping with that big circle punch. It was really hard to cut the glassine bag, but I feel like I made it work good enough. And then you'll see my photos in there. And actually for this video, I only printed off like 3 pictures, I think, just all at a 3x4 size. But actually I went back after the video was over and I printed off a few more pictures because I just never got around to it while I was filming the video. But the little pocket probably has, I'd say, close to 10 pictures in it, maybe like 7 or 8 pictures. So I'm really glad that I was able to kind of tuck some photos in there, but I didn't have to like just fill up the pocket. And actually I'm kind of testing out that ribbon right there, and I don't end up adding it into this video, but I do go back and add ribbon to the bottom of that pocket, basically like what you just saw me doing. So that will be added, and I will show you a flip through of this album here at the end of the month, and you will be able to see if I add anything in, because I'm known for doing that. Sometimes I think I'm done and then I'll flip back through it like on my own off camera or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, this really needs something, it's telling me it needs something, and I'll add something off camera. So you definitely might notice a few things during the flip through. But so then, of course, I date stamped it, just December 2017. So I'm really glad to just kind of keep those dates in here. But of course, they're just very vague. Nothing has a day of the week or anything. It's all just the month, which is mainly December for everything in the year. But it is nice to kind of keep track of that. And I'm definitely skipping around this particular Deconstructing December album is basically 2015, 16, and 17, which are those three December dailies that I did in the past. But I'm doing them in no particular order, just whenever I feel like creating something, I'm popping it in, and it can be from any year. So then I decided to take one of my star punches. This is actually my largest star punch, and I just punched out a few quick stars with it that I thought would be kind of nice to bring in some of the red to the left side and then a little bit of the pink to the right side. So I did that, and then I sprinkled on a few of the gold stars as well. I was considering adding a few little sequins from that pack, but they didn't quite match. But I did grab a few from this sequin set that I got. So it's from Inner Creativity Shop on Instagram is where I found them. And I will link the shop below. I know you don't get a good look at the sequins during this particular video, but let me tell you, they are some of the cutest sequins that I have ever seen. They are adorable. There's a lot of really fun holiday themed ones, but a lot of other great ones as well. And you've got to just check out the Instagram if you at all are into sequins and stuff. They're super, super cute. So I'll definitely link them below, and I'm using them in my December daily as well. So of course the link for my Patreon is also below, and that has all of the December daily fun going on over there. So then I'm just kind of trying to finish up all of the little details of the page. So I found this puffy sticker that I thought was nice. Of course, I'll add a little bit of journaling under there eventually. And I'm trying to decide if I wanted to add any other words, any other additional kind of title. But I end up just going with the story of Christmas love as my title. But then over here, I really wanted to add something to the glassine bag. It was kind of annoying me. So what I ended up doing is I found this tag, and it does have, more words on it, which I kind of wanted for some reason on this side of the spread. So I really liked this little tag. It says, "Believe in the magic of Christmas." And it has kind of this interesting, tag hole area where you would put your twine, and it has two of them. So this was kind of rough here with me trying to do this. I couldn't punch a hole through the glassine bag because it's so difficult to punch through. So I just kind of punctured it with my little tweezers. So it took me a minute to finesse the twine in there, but once I got it, it worked out fine. But basically I just used the black and white twine, which is one of my ultimate, all-time favorites to use. I thought it brought in some of the darker colors from the other page. And then you'll see I just finally loop it through, and I get it through both of those little circles that were already in the tag, and then I'm going to tie a little bow. And I really think that it's cute, and it adds a little something over here to this side, and I love the way that that turned out. Just super simple, but it kind of gives it a little something extra. Then as we're going, I knew that I needed something else on this page, so I'm not sure if I do it right now or not, but I wanted something else to go on the right side, where the oh my goodness, where I can't remember what that word is right now. I have to say, side note, if you guys make videos, if you create YouTube videos, you have to tell me, does this happen to you where you forget what a word is on camera? It's if I was talking in a regular, talking to a person, I really don't think I would forget the word glassine bag, which is what I forgot. But in this video, I totally forget the word bag or tag or whatever I'm talking about. It just drives me nuts. And it's you don't want to redo your video, and it's just a lot, y'all. Okay, so sorry, that was a little, it's late at night and I've had a really long day, so just had to vent for a moment. But anyway, my little bag over here, I wanted to add something above it. So what I ended up doing is I printed off this cute little group photo that me and some of my friends took, and I had already edited this photo way back years ago into the black and white, and I thought that it was super cute. I liked that kind of pop of the black, at the top, and I just think that it's really cute. This is kind of an interesting layout for me. I really didn't super plan this one out before I was doing it, so it kind of just ended up the way that it did with the little pocket bag over here with the pictures, and it just kind of is what it is. It may not be my ultimately favorite layout I've ever done, but I do think that it's cute. I love the colors of it, and I love that I was able to document a lot of photos from this party without the layout itself being super busy with photos, I didn't really know how I wanted to add so many pictures. So I'm really pleased with it all in all. And then, like I said, how I added the ribbon off camera on the bag, I also added a little ribbon like coming out of that photo at the top, the black and white group photo. So you'll definitely see what I mean whenever I show you the flip through in maybe a week or so. So I kind of doodled inside the larger stars. I outlined them. So I thought that it would look kind of nice to also add a little dashed border around all of my photos. So I do that as well around the pictures of me and Will. And I think it looks nice. It just gives it just a little touch of something extra. And I think that this page ends up turning out really cute. So like I said, I do print off more photos and add them right into the bag, but I really like that one. And then this one is also super simple. So that's something that I've really been loving about this book in general, is that with printing off these large photos, which is one of my favorite things to do in scrapbooking, it just gives it like such a bold look. And I love the way large photos look, especially paired next to the smaller ones. I just think it's so cool. So by doing that, I've been able to keep these pages like pretty simple. And I just really like the vibe of this whole album. I just think it's been really, really fun. And I'm so happy that I have redocumented so many of these Christmas and holiday memories, you know? And this one in particular is a super special memory because this is whenever me and Will got engaged in 2017. So this one I definitely wanted to print the photo off really big. It was just after a regular, busy day at work and everything. So nothing too special or elaborate with the photos, but of course they hold a special memory for me. And so I was really happy to print that photo off big, as the full-size photo. And then also I love that it's in black and white because it's so fun to pair like black and white photos and then to be able to use any color paper that you want and to just make it like, it just looks so like bold and graphic and stuff. And I love that. So on the opposite side, I found this super cute paper. I think it was in the old school paper pack from Heidi Swapp, and it says, "You're one of a kind," which I thought works so well with, us getting engaged. And then this was a little picture that I had taken of my, hand in front of the Christmas tree with my engagement ring on. So I included that and I just backed it with a little bit of black paper just to bring in some of the black from that big photo. And I'm just going to very easily just put that right in the middle of the page. And then I'm going to put the title kind of all around that photo. You'll see in just a second. So this one is really simple, but I feel like it really makes a big impact and I super love it. So I pulled out these alpha stickers from Citrus Twist, and these are some of my favorite alpha stickers, and they're so holiday. Like I love this gold is so bright and it's such a like yellowy gold. I just love them. And so what I ended up doing was I wrote engaged at the bottom and then I put we are at the top. So it kind of makes like a nice little title here around the photo. And then I add a lot of gold stars, of course. And then I found some additional kind of puffy gold stars that really, really match these alphas also from Citrus Twist. So I include those as well. So I kept it really, really simple, but I think it ends up having a nice impact. So one thing though, after I completed this spread, I forgot that in my mind, I was thinking whenever I did the engagement spread that I wanted to include some text message screenshots that I have from my friends whenever I announced that I was engaged or whatever, that we were engaged. And they were so sweet and I got so many sweet messages. So I really want to keep those. So it is possible that whenever you see the flip through, there will be some kind of addition to where I've added those screenshots. Of course, they would have to be in a kind of hidden way. So I'm not, because I don't want to mess this layout up. So I'm not sure exactly what I would do, or maybe they would be somewhere else in the album. I haven't really thought that far ahead, but you may see something else whenever I show you the flip through because I really want to include those. I love having screenshots and different like words from my friends or my family. It's just like a really fun way to, remember how your friends talk or type to you and like the sweet things that they say. And so I just really want to include those as well. So now I just found a label from the Heidi Swapp labels. You know, I have a lot of Heidi Swapp products right now. So I just added that right over to this side. And then at first I was going to stamp the date in black under the label, but then I thought I would grab out my Brilliance Moonlight White ink, which I really don't use that much, but I love it. And I stamp the date, which was like December. Okay, I didn't put the date. I think it was December 14th, but I put, December 2017, like up the side of my shirt over there where it's in black. And I think that that turned out super cute. So I really like that. So that's it for this layout. It's really easy. Well, maybe I add a few other little stars, but it's pretty much done. But I've just so enjoyed documenting some of these old memories, and I love the way that this album has turned out. So I can't wait to share more with you guys and share the flip through and all that fun stuff. So I hope that you have been enjoying this little Deconstructing December series. If you have, I would love it if you would give me a like, and please consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.